a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible. I read the game. I think it's time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. Switch. Gun. Motion. Hey, Monday.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay.
Check 26. Check Roger, 5-0. Check 9. Show Monday. Check 37. Switch. Really high.
3rd down, Flacco from the gun. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down, Denver.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd and 7, Flacco. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Alert 3. Check, 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 check. Check four. Deuce.
Third and long for Joe Flacco. And he's going to go down again. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And this one is right down Broadway. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Deep there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but now it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, check flag 47. Check flag 47. Tighten up. Pull it together. 47. Hey, easy. Flag 47. Hey, Delta.
Michael,
47 is the mic.
our daughter.
47 is the mic.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
What?
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Baby, what are you looking at? I don't, that's not what you, yeah, I don't even know what you're in, so. Okay, I don't know, but when I go to this right here, the gallery, that's my favorite.
Rivers now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that a sack look.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. But last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. On 3rd down, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. First down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. 3rd down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Rolling the dice on 4th, Flacco. And he's got Hireman. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Check nickel. Gun.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A give to Kamara running right. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Should he run his fucking ass quarters, bro?
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Set 180, black 15. Hey, let's go. I'm coming for you. You mine. Switch. Keep it skinny. Under 10. Load it.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check it back. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, 79.
Now Rivers. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Good play, man.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But what do you think? You get the ball at the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you You only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands, meaning if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Going deep for Benjamin. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 37. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34.
From the gun, Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Rivers. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Rivers now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now Rivers. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Single. 47's the mic. Check, 47. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check. Alpha! Check. Mike's 47. Behind.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Hey, exit. 47's the mic.
Throwing again. Rivers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Hey, Alpha. the ball. Strip that ball. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. You run. Hey, check Mike 47. Left. It's out time. Hey, high.
Rivers again. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Badgley able to punch this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Strong right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball?
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. After the sack on first down, Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 3rd and long for Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is caught. Fights off the defender. That goes for 15 yards on the fake, a first down, and a lot of fist pumps right now on that sideline. Well, kind of interesting for sure. It worked out for them. They only had a yard to go. You know, when you do that fake punt, you're kind of starting back further than you need to when you only have 1 yard.
Yeah, and I guess they felt like that was a true...
Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Another run by Lindsey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A break from the ground game here. Flacco.
Holy shit, come the fuck on.
One-handed.
The fuck out of here.
23 yards the pickup there.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now Flacco. Flush to his right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught.
They got caught and setting up this motherfucker
and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Okay.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton.
There.
Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Kamara. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Good play.
For Benjamin,
God
but
damn,
it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
This nigga came from his safety. There's no way he should make that play.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. To pass, Flacco. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Alpha! Check 24, check 24.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara sheds a 2nd man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He's coming. Hey, 79! 79!
Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 35-yard line.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Got you, boy. I got you. Right 34, right 34.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And it's 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Red Delta! Buffalo. Go get him! Let's go, hey. Go Mike 34, Mike 34. Hey, seam 6. Hot! Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Woo-hoo!
To throw, Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 19. Rivers now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
218, Chubb. Hey, Delta! White! Alpha! 80 weapon. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Gotta figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Rivers. And that is incomplete.
That one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
It got his man complete. A huge play there for Denver, and even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Flacco, and he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Flacco. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 15-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Shoot. You're over here. You got tight right there.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And no, it's incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down and 4, Rivers. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
It's our time.
Kamara. Room to run inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Back 180. Back 180. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.